Welcome to Chance Die, a World of Darkness podcast. Before we jump into this episode, we have a few reminders to share. This is created for adult audiences only. We advise listener and reader discretion for graphic depictions of violence, assault, death, trauma, existential struggle, and adult language. These themes may be a lot at some points, so if you need a breather, take a break or come back later. We would also like to mention,
Gabby has no medical knowledge, so don't take her advice.
Tristan has medical knowledge, but will be playing a magician and has no magical knowledge.
Nat is not a drug addict and does not know much about drugs.
Creed doesn't actually have a mustache.
in a supernatural world, it's easy to get caught up in ghosts, ghouls, and other boogeymen that haunt us in the deep, dark places of our existence. But, at least in my experience, the things that haunt us the most aren't anything like those morbid entities. No. No, what haunts people the most is our past. The mistakes we've made, the people we've let down, the regrets we live with every day and bury as best we can. How often, though, do our pasts come back to influence our present and taint our future? So, Quentin, you are at a funeral home. It is very respectful. There is church music kind of playing on shoddy speakers in the background. The funeral doesn't look very nice, and I wonder why that is.
I don't imagine a lot of thought was put into it.
There are 2 caskets sitting out, which is strange. Usually you have separate funerals for people, but...
You get it done faster, a one-and-done kind of deal.
Yep, I imagine that was Quentin's thought process. So you are here. People are milling about. Tell me what Quentin is feeling right now as he is having to plaster on a smile for everybody coming in to mourn his parents.
I think the smile is the easiest part. So... Quentin left not on the best terms with his parents, and they were not the kindest to Quentin. And so when he got his own opportunity to be free, he absolutely took it. And he failed at first. I think for a couple of years, he was even homeless, like trying to get scraps and barely fighting for anything, like stealing from anyone who he could. And then he started to get better and refine himself and make himself a bit better. And I think this is when he is kind of on an upswing. Okay. Or a pretty good upswing of when this news happened.
Gotcha.
And a bit morbidly, I think he enjoyed planning a very, very shittily laid out funeral. But he also has these are his parents. So he's kind of standing at the doorway as people come in with that smile on.
They weren't physically abusive, right?
No. I don't. They were not physically abusive. In my mind, they controlled everything. Yeah. He had no room to breathe. Like, I think it was even down to the grades that he got. They controlled just everything about him.
Gotcha. Okay, so you are at this funeral. It is not super well attended, but not bad. I mean, they were fairly active on, PTOs and stuff like that. Like, a lot of parent-teacher relationships and that kind of thing throughout your childhood. Just any way they can get their hands in your life, they were...
any grip they had. Right. Absolutely.
All too happy to do that. So, are they open caskets?
What would be more ironic?
Well, how did they die?
That's a great question. Do I get to decide that?
It's either way.
No, they're closed.
They're closed?
I don't think Quentin knows how they died.
Okay.
I'm sure and they offered to tell him how. He just didn't give a shit.
So then at that point, there's also a lot of whispering that I don't think you're paying any attention to.
Why should he?
Okay, so a lot of whispers are happening. There is a distant relative that walks up to you. You don't have grandparents or anything like that.
No, I imagine they're long gone
yeah.
or didn't give a shit to talk.
But you have like a third cousin or something that walks over to you, like giving
Unknown,
condolences.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And he's like,
Condolences.
yeah, I was pretty devastated when I heard the news.
Is there anything we can do for you? I'm so sorry.
I'm figuring it out on my own. Thank you, though.
Quentin. And she's going to grab your forearm. Like people do at funerals when they act like you're really close so they can feed off of your emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My sorrow. Okay. And then I think he's going to, oh, no. Like really loud. So that way it's like, get the fuck away. Like subconsciously being loud enough to where they didn't want to draw that much attention in.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no. I promise you I'm doing fine. Please take some food. I don't want to speak ill, but they would absolutely love if you enjoyed yourself here.
Okay. Yeah.
Understanding all the morbid implications as he guides her in the, like, just points her in the direction of the food.
I was just wondering, and she kind of looks around. What do you think about the whole police report?
You know, they gave it to me a matter-of-factly. And it took a lot of the emotion out of what had occurred. So,
Yeah? Even with how...
yes, even with that.
Okay. Well,
Thank you so very much for
Yeah,
coming. I
yeah.
know they would have appreciated
yeah,
it.
sure. And she's going to kind of mill off. And she immediately goes to a couple of people and starts whispering to them.
Writing down her name, going to ruin their life later.
Are you really?
He's making a mental note of who the fuck this is. All right, we're gonna fuck with you later.
The family lawyer comes over to you.
Yes, Godfrey. We don't actually.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Godfrey.
Yeah,
Godfrey.
Sir, if you would like to come in to the other room over here. Sorry, I've got a kind of a cold.
I could tell Jessica's not desperate for voices. It's a
No,
cold.
not at all.
Yeah.
No, don't be silly.
Of course. One more time, I couldn't quite hear you.
The will reading?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Certainly.
Can I hear the whole thing, please?
No. He reads you the whole thing.
Can I just get sniff? Okay.
So here's what's interesting.
Yeah.
In the course of reading the will, it's just you in that room. It's you and he at a desk. I imagine you requested to do this at the funeral because it's not commonplace.
I don't need to be there.
So
And it gets it done and out of the way.
exactly.
How is his stature though? Is he
He was not super close to them, but he's
Is
he's
this
clearly been their lawyer for a
just
long
like the
time.
one in the billion lawyers? Like,
So your parents were pretty well to do.
yeah,
They
were.
had quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
What's interesting about the reading of the will is there's not a lot of money mentioned at all.
Interesting.
Yep. There is what you would consider probably with your upbringing peanuts.
Pocket change. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Does not work at all.
Then I think this is before Quentin could have a huge control of himself. He's like, as the reading is going on and it's getting further and further, it's becoming more and more noticeable. I think his his arms are getting tighter. His face is like, all right, what the fuck is just waiting for the beat to, okay, there it is. But it's hasn't
Yep.
happened yet. So it's
So they leave you the house, which you don't want.
absolutely not.
And they leave you a bunch of
He'll keep it. He just won't do anything with it.
mementos and old family stuff and things like that and your old childhood stuff. But all of the stocks and bonds and fortune is just not there. It's not mentioned anywhere.
Doesn't even say who it's just not mentioned.
It's just not mentioned.
Interesting.
He mentions, and assets which total a far lower sum than you were expecting. It's just not there.
What was Godfrey? How long have you known my parents for?
Decades.
Now, looking at our estate and I'm sure you've heard of their names. Does that not seem like a bit of a low sum to you?
It does, but this is what they put in their will.
Awesome. What would happen if they refused to put some of their assets in the will?
I don't know. I think it would have to go through. I mean, it'd have to go through probate, and
You're a lawyer of this and you don't know?
Jessica doesn't know.
I know.
I'm not that old.
Okay,
goddamn.
okay. Sorry, I'll let you keep going.
But it's not. I've listen. We got bank statements. It's just not there. Sorry, kid. I don't know what to tell you. Just treasure the memories you have with him. You know.
The many. I think he says with the fakest smile yet.
As you very disappointedly, with fists clenched, walk back into the parlor, there is someone with an envelope, and Godfrey says, "Oh, wait a minute. There was this." And he picks up the envelope and he hands it to you.
Thank you, Godfrey. Have a wonderful rest of your funeral.
He kind of gives you a look, but you can see his process go, "Oh, he's grieving, so I'm not gonna." And then he
Yep. I think Quentin finds a little joy in that.
Okay. Do you open the envelope?
I imagine this is kind of in like a lobby area.
Indeed.
I like to imagine he's in the doorway as the funeral music is going on. Like you can, like if this is a camera shot, you see him in the doorway and the crowd of people, like whatever people are there behind him.
Yep.
And I think, he's just gonna very quickly open it up.
It says, "Go to temptation."
That's it?
That's all it says.
Those 3 words?
Those 3 words.
Quentin goes to get a glass of water.
Okay.
Back where he was reading the will.
Yes.
Was there a fireplace?
Sure.
Yeah, I imagine every funeral home has a fireplace.
Sure.
He's gonna like go try to hold it to the heat, go put it underwater, like classic things to hide.
Sure.
Nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Well, isn't that peculiar?
Now, what have your parents said about temptation in the past?
Yes. So along with them being very strict, and I would imagine they also were kind of fake with him sometimes. Before he was leaving, I think huge argument, like the night of, like his bags were packed, like I'm doing this, and this is another argument of, no, you're coming home, we'll see. Like they never raised their voice. It was cold, meticulous, calculating. I mean, that's how they saw love, as a bunch of numbers and how to manipulate those numbers to be in your favor. And I think as he is quite literally out the door, I think behind him, he hears his father call him Quentin. And he stops and he turns and he, with the most real, non-walled up or calculating
Just
anything.
authentic.
Yeah. Then I think it still scares him to this day. He just looked into his eyes and he goes, "Amidst your travels, one place to not go is a place of temptation." And then I think his father stood up, straightened his jacket, turned around and walked back in and never looked back. Neither did Quentin.
Interesting. And now you've got this letter telling you to
To go to Uh-huh.
So roll me a perception check.
Uh-huh. 3.
You know, now that you think of it, the woman who handed Godfrey that envelope had an asymmetrical blonde haircut, and she was wearing a red dress.
I have nothing but rage right now.
Welcome to Chance Die. I'm Jessica, the storyteller.
No one cares. I'm Gabby.
Who do you play? Gabby.
I play Dorothy.
I am Tristan, and I will be playing Quentin Quinn.
Damn, we keeping this? Hi, I'm Nat.
Yeah. And you play?
Oh shit, I play Alice Waller.
I'm Creed and I play James Tritter.
Something about a mustache. I'm so funny.
I looked at Creed being like, dude, why aren't you talking?
Okay, so where we last left off, it was super fun because
Shut the fuck up.
you just got an email with a compromising, I would say, but not in a sex way, a compromising picture of Quentin, a very young Quentin, with what appears to be Jinx. So we'll pick up right from there in character voices, please.
Hold up. Okay. Can we relay the scene? So, like, Atlas is on the couch with a broken arm, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then who pulled up that picture? Was it Atlas or was
No, you did.
Did I? Fuck.
You checked your email.
So
That's right.
Gurley called James to clarify what the hell was happening.
it's probably you over the computer and then me and James on either side of you peering on.
Okay.
Quentin,
Yes.
is that you?
It appears so.
And standing next to you is...
Jinx. With my parents.
Why didn't you tell us?
Because I didn't know.
You didn't recognize Jinx?
How old do you reckon I am in that picture?
5 from the voice of God that just told me.
Good guess.
Thank you.
What do you remember as a 5-year-old? A person you met?
Like a lot.
Do you know-
I don't know about you, but at 5, that's kind of when you start to figure stuff out.
No. I do not know Jinx or have any recollection of this interaction.
Oh.
Well, that's not what everyone else who got this email is going to think.
And that's a issue.
No shit. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
At least we know what they were holding against us.
Yeah. That's gonna make it pretty rough.
We need to go to Phil right now. How many other people do you think opened this email?
All of them, I imagine. I do think we should talk with him. Because this is going to look bad for us. And if people think she is our patron when she's not,
Well, hang on. We can use this.
feel free to enlighten the rest of us.
Is your house still bugged?
Probably.
Let's not do it here.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, they smell.
Oh, yeah, because Harper went through, didn't she?
Yeah, smoked devices.
Actually, I am just remembering something. Harper went through and removed everything.
Well, if everyone thinks Jinx is our patron, that takes pressure off of
Harper.
Harper.
But don't you think this puts a new target on our backs?
But
Maybe a smaller one.
We can get the patronage of Jinx, giving us more protection, and still have another one dealing under the table.
and how do you propose we get Jinx to be our patron and keep our dealer there?
Well, Jinx has offered favors before. If we try to approach her with a deal of some kind, she might take it. But something definitely favoring her.
She does kind of like us. We aced her challenge, and I think she has a thing for me.
Okay.
So this isn't terrible. We do need to go talk to Harper first to see how bad of an idea this is.
Well,
Sounds
are you
reasonable.
sure we should talk to Harper first, or should we go to Phil first? Because if he has this against us, what else does he have?
You're meaning Kevin, right? Not Phil, because Phil's a girl.
Yep,
Yeah,
I meant
okay.
Kevin.
Check.
Well, let's think of it like this. Everyone already knows this information. Whatever information Kevin may have, you got me saying Phil now. Kevin may have, he hasn't released yet. So if we can get ahead of this one and then go deal with that, I think that might be more ideal.
I'm just saying that what if that by the time that we finish what you want to do first, that he has released other things in the meantime? Like, is this like in a time increment? what other things? What if he releases information about me or James or Atlas?
Well, I had Atlas look up things about me, not about any of you. So I think if it would fall on anybody, it would be on me.
Are you okay with that?
Not ideally, but we just got to get ahead of this right now.
Do you still have Phil's number?
Yes.
Why don't you contact them and call a truce for right now and try and set up a time to meet?
To be fair, they mentioned that if they ever saw Atlas again, they would kill him.
So we'll meet in public.
And Atlas doesn't have to come, right?
Well, I think it'd be best if he did.
He doesn't owe an apology.
Also, I don't know, do we want to meet at the casino or where should we meet that is in public? That wouldn't be too bad for us.
What is Atlas's body language through all this?
He's still on the couch and he's listening, but definitely this is very much your problem right now.
All right. We schedule a meeting with them in the park. Very public,
Wish Plaza?
but it's outside, so they'll feel like they have the advantage.
Okay.
No one's threatening anybody here.
I will get right on that.
All right.
And then I'm going to go off and make a call.
While he does
Okay.
that, I'm going to... Do I have Nora's contact information?
You know where she is. You don't have her number or anything, I don't think.
All right. So,
You
we're
know her
good.
table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know where Nora is, and we should probably talk to her first.
That means we have to bring Atlas along because we are not taking him out of our sight.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely happening.
I'm going to go into Quentin's closet. Does he have like a hoodie or like
How many scarves are in there?
So if you go into his closet, you see some
mummified?
nicely ironed hanging pants, some like long sweatshirt. There's nothing baggy in there. He has a couple
loungewear
scarves.
or
Nope.
anything? Does he have like
Wait, how many scarves does he have?
At like 2 or 3.
He has them on special hangers.
Yeah.
does he have like a baklava or anything like winter attire?
No.
Really?
He's still going to look fashionable even if it's
It's
cold.
a
out.
Baklava is very fashionable.
And Quentin has sweatshirts.
Does he have a mask like a medical mask or anything?
Hold on a second. Is Atlas wearing the scarf that you got right now?
Oh, from the prize for the
From the
I don't think
adolescent
you
level
ever-
of the maze.
well, I know it's either
don't-
Atlas or Dorothy that has it.
No, it is Atlas.
Yeah, Atlas.
I don't remember ever putting it on. It's probably just stuffed in my pocket because I'm always wearing a hoodie.
Okay.
Oh, you're already wearing a hoodie?
Yeah, bitch,
I put that-
always am wearing a hoodie.
I'm gonna put the hood over and I'm gonna like get the strings. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. As Atlas is just on the couch and Dorothy walks up and just
She's just like, what the fuck is my life right now?
If Phil says the next time she sees Atlas, but if she doesn't see his face,
she's still seeing Atlas.
you're not in the room.
Oh, you're right. You're right. My apologies. That Quentin says into the universe.
You know what, Dorothy? I think this is a great idea.
I know.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, and then I'm gonna like open it again. And can we get a scarf? Or I guess we don't know that it's in the pocket, right?
I mean, if you just say, I wish I had a scarf or something. Because Atlas is kind of just ignoring everyone. He's having not a pity party, but a pissed party. Because let me illustrate what's
pouting.
I'm illustrating what's going on in his mind. He's being framed for shit that he's not conscious during. And it's not fully pouting, but it's definitely like, they were pissed at me 2 seconds ago, and now they want to go on an adventure.
Dang, I wish I had something to keep your mouth shut.
He's going to silently just pull the scarf out.
I think Quentin's got
As I'm already putting it, like tying them out.
It's like
Hey, you have an extra armor now.
Yeah, and that too.
yeah.
And then I put the hood on again and I tie the strings.
It's like a shimmery blue kind of scarf.
Cute.
Atlas, I would like your gun, please.
He's just going to hand it to you.
Thank you.
Do you have any other weapons on your person?
Got a pocket knife.
I'm gonna.
Where is it?
He's
Thank
gonna
you.
sigh and hand it to you.
And I put it in my pocket.
Fine, Mom.
Give me your knives.
All right, once Quentin finishes this call,
Walks back in the room.
holy shit.
Right, we're meeting with them. They said in about an hour.
All right, that gives us enough time to go to gamble. I mean, talk to Nora.
All right, on
Bit
your
of a
feet,
slip.
Atlas.
Stand up.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Okay.
I feel like the kid from Christmas Story right now.
I can't put my arms down.
Yeah.
All right, I drive to my favorite place.
I think Quentin's just gonna keep his head even more on a swivel just because of like the picture's been released. He's gonna try to see if any other groups are like making a move on them or like whatever might be out of the ordinary in this unordinary world even more.
Are we driving in your truck?
Yes.
What? It's a 2-seater.
I thought it was a crew cab. Is it a
That's
crew?
a crew cab.
It's whatever's narratively convenient.
It's a crew cab.
It's a transformer.
You have to open the back door. You have to open the front door so I can open the back door.
Suicide door.
Oh yeah, the crew and a half.
Okay. So you make it to the casino, yes?
Yes.
All right. You enter into where Nora's table typically is in this large area. It smells like a typical casino, right? You've got a little bit of the cigarette smoke, cigar smoke, gambling, even though smoking isn't technically allowed inside in this area. There is
Speak of the devil.
large elevator doors at the back. Roll me perception if you can.
Hey, Tristy, can you give me some dice?
Of course.
That's going to be great audio.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
2.
None. I'm busy lighting a cigarette.
I also got a 2.
I'm opening the scarf slightly to part the C's so I can fit a cigarette in my mouth.
Nada.
Nothing?
Oh, sick.
Okay, you don't see anything.
Ah, cool.
Do I see Nora?
Yes, Nora is dealing.
How many chairs are open?
All of them except one.
All
Fuck.
right. I'm going to take a deep breath. I love this place. And I'm going to walk to her table.
As you go, these flashing fluorescent lights like light up your face, and you feel that familiar like little bit of jittery tension as you go toward the tables. You notice that the woman sitting at Nora's table looks a little bit familiar, but you can't quite place her.
Spooky wizard bitch.
She stops talking as you sit in the chair.
Deal me in.
Nora will kind of smile at you a little bit and then start dealing. Do you guys follow him to the table?
I'm still lingering around the edge.
Quentin will linger with Atlas because he doesn't want to gamble.
Yeah, and Dorothy's gonna stick with you guys.
I think he's going to try to stage where he can see James and look around James at people, but he doesn't want to like get crazy close to him.
We're bodyguards. We're standing.
Yeah, that's it. We're doing like Circle Falcon X formation or whatever.
Great.
I'm just
Okay.
in the sinner's corner of smokers.
I'm going to look at the woman sitting at the table with me.
Yeah.
Got a name, friend?
My name is Stella.
Stella. That's a pretty name.
Thank you, James.
Any luck at the table?
Here and there. I've got to leave anyway. I've got rehearsal down at the Threads, so
Oh, you work at the Threads.
I do.
Oh, what's your act?
I'm a trapeze artist.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that's impressive. I don't have that much balance except for when I'm drunk.
I don't know. I think you're balancing quite well so far.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is Dorothy with you?
She's somewhere around here. Yeah.
I'm going to go see if I can find her. Please excuse me. Nora, she nods. And then she's going to stand up and walk. She's got like very straight black hair pulled up tight into a ponytail, and she's wearing what looks to be like workout gear. So it makes sense that she's going to go, trapeze after this. Mm-hmm. And we'll cut to that here in a second. But James and Nora.
She's not in the game?
No, she's in the game. Have you not seen her before?
Not too much. She did look familiar.
She just recently lost a teammate, so.
Well, can't say that I'm sorry.
I don't think she was too mad about it, or she would have said something, I imagine.
All right.
She flips over the cards. You lose.
Yep.
She brings over the chips to her side. What can I do for you, James?
Well, a lot of things have come to my attention, and I was told to come to you first if I had any troubles.
Ah, I see. What's your trouble?
Well, we got an email. It's pretty interesting.
Ah, right.
Yeah. Any chance I can meet with the boss?
They're pretty incapacitated at the moment, but I can probably wrangle something later today.
Later today? Mm-hmm. All right.
Where at?
Fuck. Where's safe?
That's a great question. Well, during the day, if you can get to some upper floors, specifically one you've been to before, there shouldn't be anyone there during the daylight hours. And I don't think anyone would dare to bug it or anything.
I can make that happen. One more hand.
All right. She deals you another one.
Shit. Hey, this has been bugging me for a while. Why'd you give me that ticket?
She kind of laughs a little bit, and her dimples flash. And she says, well, I was directed to, and what do you think might be the strategic reason for all of you to participate in the games?
We all got a chip on our shoulder?
If by chip you mean something someone has chipped away from you, perhaps? I don't think, let me put it this way. I don't think there's someone particularly happy that you're part of the games. I don't think there's someone particularly happy that Dorothy is part of the games. Same goes with Atlas and Quentin.
All right. Glad to know someone has a plan.
You lose again.
Think it's time for me to step out.
All right. Nice to see you, James.
Always a pleasure.
Okay, while that is happening, Stella goes wandering off, and she sees you. You're with the other two, correct?
Yes.
Okay. She kind of clears her throat from behind you.
Oh. Hello.
Hi, my name is Stella.
Do am I getting like a little bit of recognition from her?
Yes, you all roll. I mean, you missed your perception roll, so you don't. Familiar.
Yeah.
Seems familiar in some way.
I can't re-roll since she's closer to me and I can see her.
You can
entire-
try.
Oh, God.
May I as well?
Yes. Alice, do you want to?
I'm not paying the fuck attention.
2 successes.
Okay.
Motherfucker.
4.
Just for
Yeah, you recognize
Oh,
her
fuck.
both as the trapeze artist. I don't think you would know her from the maze because you didn't really interact and you were kind of
Yeah, a little busy.
occupied at that point.
Okay.
So definitely trapeze artist in the circus.
Okay.
Oh, Stella. That's a very pretty name.
Thank you. You're Dorothy, correct?
Yeah. May I ask, how did you know that?
I've heard some things about you.
Good things, I hope.
That depends on your point of view, I guess.
Oh.
I don't think that good in the games is viewed as good, if that tracks.
That does track.
Yeah. I just wanted to introduce myself. I think we have something in common.
We do we?
Yeah.
Hold on.
What happens with Dorothy's face and body language at that?
She's going to tense up and have like a little bit of like a, oh, and then she's going to be like, oh, we are the same. I think I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Do you, Quentin, I'm sorry. Can you like go make sure Atlas is doing all right?
I'm behind you.
He's right there. We've been here the whole time. You looked at me.
Can you leave? I don't say that, Mina. Me and my new friend we're gonna step away a little bit to discuss.
Not too far.
He's going to turn on the ball of his foot and he's going to start walking.
Sure, Quentin will follow behind, but he wants to keep her in eyesight.
Okay.
Is it him?
She gets a little anxious looking and looks up at the ceiling.
It's okay.
Yes.
May I ask what team you're on?
The man formerly known as Joel.
Yeah, okay, Tristan.
Fucking called it, baby. Yeah.
If this isn't the right time or place, I'm happy to make your acquaintance other places. Here's my contact info.
Oh, thank you. And here's mine.
Please.
Maybe we can get together sometime.
We will, matters of fact. Just keep mine safe. I would hate for it to fall into other hands.
Your contact information? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Same thing. Same thing. Sorry, I've got to go to rehearsal, but I wanted to introduce myself and maybe set the groundwork for some things later on.
Best of luck. Have fun at rehearsal.
Significantly less now, actually, but thank you for the sentiment all the same. Okay, so that's it for the casino. What do you want to do now?
Has it been an hour?
We can fast forward time.
Whenever we're in a safe location where it's just the three of us, I would like to tell them about Stella.
You did have to drag me away from the slot machines.
Okay. After
As soon as you leave Nora and you don't come back to us,
I'm like walking toward
Every
like,
time you
oh,
stop
shit.
playing, you could have won the next time.
Atlas.
James, we are
Spoken
going to
like
start
a true
walking to the well. It's almost been an hour.
Hang on.
Nope. James.
Hang on.
James.
Okay.
James.
What?
James,
Hold
keep
on,
going.
I got it. And
We're
then
leaving.
I go in between.
James,
his
you haven't won yet.
I'm gonna put him in a headlock.
The next
And drop him to the ground.
Yeah, try. No, you try. Try this.
do it with your foot.
Hang on. Do it.
Do it.
Pull the lever.
No, I'm not gonna
Atlas
do
pulls
that.
the lever.
Pull the lever.
Atlas pulls the lever. Ding, ding, ding. Do you like high numbers or low numbers?
To me?
Atlas, yeah.
Or go high.
You win like $5.
Hell yeah.
Son of a
All right,
bitch.
we are leaving now.
We're walking back. We're walking back.
He's like, finally, this day's got good.
Your arm's in a sling, right? You treated her arm, right?
Yeah.
Or Atlas's
Not-
arm.
my arm is still very broken, but it's in like
But Dorothy put it in a sling.
Okay.
I'm still having James in a headlock as I'm like going
Hey,
back,
let's
and
not
I'm like,
do that while
I'm
we're...
looking at other people like, have a nice day. Oh, I like your hair.
Dorothy, he's away from the machine. You can put him down.
Yeah, Dorothy, put me down.
I'll wait until we're in the car
Oh,
Or
Okay.
elevator? You're not leaving,
or
right?
elevator.
Elevator. Okay. So the elevator's doors close. And
I let him go.
okay.
All right, fine.
you could have gotten 10.
I pull out the key card and swipe it.
Okay. Which floor are you going to?
Oh shit, I had it marked.
it's fourth, isn't it? The vampire floor?
Okay. So you go to the fourth floor. Anything that you want to talk about in the elevator is a good.
Well, let's wait till we're out of the elevator. I don't want to say anything in the elevator.
Yeah, what if it got roaches?
Fair, fair enough. Okay, so you're probably about 15, 20 minutes early. So the elevator door dings, and sure enough, there's no one on this floor right now.
I would like to go to the office.
Okay.
Of
The dude.
Huxley?
Huxley?
It is locked, so you will have to break in.
Dorothy.
I just wanted to see if he remembered to lock his door.
Yeah, let's... And Quentin's gonna like grab a cloth and wipe her hands, fingerprints and oils off the door.
Dorothy's being bad now.
I just wanted to see.
All right, so fucking Joel's team is working at the threads.
And are we sure this is the right place to talk about things?
Yeah, it's probably fine.
Probably. I don't think I would rely on probably.
Dog, the best we can get is properly.
There's a member of Joel's team, and me and her share something in common. So I think we might have a good chance at having an ally.
Ah,
I mean, my beef was just with that fucker, so yeah. So long as she doesn't blame me.
We didn't talk that much. We were concerned for privacy, but I will schedule a time where I will talk to her more. And if you guys have any things you want me to bring up,
Y'all think she was at that church?
Oh, she definitely took a bite out of you.
What?
see, like this, that's good communication, and I will write that down for the meeting. Thank you, Atlas.
Who the fuck bit me?
you had a bunch of marks. We couldn't really distinguish if they were bruises or bites or really anything like that.
This day just keeps getting better and better. My $5, and then we went immediately down.
But it gets better. That's yeah.
All right. So
What did she say?
they should be meeting us here pretty soon.
They?
Laura said it was relatively safe because no one should be here, and I don't think it's bugged. So we're gonna figure shit out.
How long do we have till we have to meet them in the park? Do I have to meet the mages or fill in them in the park?
You've got another half
Oh,
hour.
wonderful.
Okay, so can I fast forward until Harper gets here, or anything you want to do on this floor in the meantime?
I'm going to dramatically lean into a chair that
Okay.
is in a waiting area.
And Dorothy's gonna watch and waiting for you to fall.
No. I don't have like 2 feet on the ground. I'm laying fully sideways in the chair.
Okay, yeah, if we can fast forward.
Okay, so you hear the elevator ding, and sure enough, Harper comes out. They are wearing a skin tight, long sleeve shirt, gloves, and tight pants, and a vest. So a little more ostentatious, but not quite to their usual glitz. And they kind of bow a little bit. Well, how can I help you all?
We think we might be able to help you.
Oh, do tell.
So there's an email. Wait, is it? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you gesture around to the ceiling like,
Yeah.
okay, this, no one would dare. Fuck with Huxley.
Bats eat bugs.
That. Ooh. Let's rephrase that. Anyway, there was an email that was sent out.
Ah, yes. Quentin's past on display, if I recall.
Yeah, and
He gives a very plain, bleak smile.
we don't think that's necessarily a bad thing.
I would agree if it gets him moving on what his personal quest is.
We'll talk about that later.
They smile beatifically.
But everyone is going to start thinking Jinx is our patron.
Indeed.
What if we lean into that?
I have no objections other than it might perhaps get Jinx in trouble with the other congressmen, but if you agree to a facade that Jinx is not actually your patron or convince her to abandon her other party, either tactic would work.
Either way, it gets the Congress turning on each other.
Which is delightful.
Exactly. And it takes the heat off of you a little bit.
Also not a negative in my purview.
We just wanted to make sure this wasn't a completely terrible plan.
Are you actually going to have Jinx be your patron?
Well, while that would put a target on her and us, it would also give us some official protection.
Would that interfere with anything you're doing?
Their eyes flash a little bit. Roll me an empathy and you can use wits or you can use
Can I argue expression?
yes,
Wonderful.
because you're trying to read what they're thinking right now, either thinking or feeling. Expression would be
Oh, shit.
fine.
It's fine.
5.
I got a 3.
Oh. Okay, James, you pick up that They are very displeased with the idea of Jinx actually being your patron.
They possess him.
All right, so we go with the facade, but we just get Jinx on board.
I am amenable to that. I apologize. They clear their throat a little bit and tug down their vest in what looks like kind of a getting themselves together gesture. I may have some strong feelings.
Towards her or everyone? Thank you.
It's good to know you like us, though.
Well, much good as it does you.
All right. Well, I think that's all we need you for.
Good. They check. They've got a wristwatch on and they tap it once. Yes.
Harbert, can you raise your sleeve?
Why?
I need confirmation.
Of. They get very guarded and like a storm cloud kind of passes over their features.
I want to slowly make my way up to them. And I want to not reaching to uncover the sleeve, but I want to place my hand on their forearm.
They wince. And the harp tattoo on the face turns a vivid red-black.
I am so sorry, but I am so thankful for you. And then I remove my hand.
A complicated menagerie of emotions kind of flit across their face for a split second.
The primary being?
Moved, angry, ashamed, and then walls. And then they say, with a kind of sardonic smile, well, you all should grow accustomed to the idea that in order to get what you want, you have to subject yourself to all kinds of pain. And then they smile that performer smile, and then they do a very lavish bow. Good day.
You as well.
Bye.
And they go back into the elevator.
Oh, shit, this is awkward.
Yeah, so we gotta wait for them to find their floor, and then we get in the elevator.
Wait, does this one show what floor the elevator's going to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which floor? Does it go to the base floor or does it go somewhere else?
That is a good question. It goes...
Did you also, were you about to ask that as well? Okay.
No, it goes up to floor 17.
Good to know.
Very good question. Okay.
Credo's also about to ask it. I want people to know that.
Good job. Okay, where do you go now? What do? You go to the park?
Yeah, I think we're heading to the park.
Okay. Cut scene to the park.
As we're on our way, I'm going to be texting my new friend.
Okay, what do you say?
Yo, girly girl.
Can Dorothy say that out loud and then catch herself?
Dorothy is an awkward middle-aged lesbian, clearly.
Dorothy's on Discord and she is the person who says Discord kitten. She's
Hey. With
You up?
When are you free? This is Dorothy, by the way. she does every single. She makes it a very like a letter almost. Where she dots, periods. I mean,
Dear Stella.
She uses actual punctuation in a text message.
Yes.
After rehearsal, question mark, and then you get one immediately after that's actually show tonight, after show, question mark.
Damn, we all been there.
Sure. Let me see what. Oh wait, no, actually. And she's typing, and then she's deleting everything, and then she's retyping, and so it's the bubbles are constantly, and then sure dot send.
Okay. All right, so you head to the park. Once you get there, you see Phil and Kevin holding hands standing around this lavish fountain well fixture in the middle of Good Luck Plaza.
As we're pulling up, I'm just gonna be like, so I know you wrapped a scarf around my head, but do you think she's
I
not
wrapped
gonna
it
put two
in
and
your
two together?
mouth.
Just don't get too close as of yet.
I reach in the glove box and pull out a white napkin.
Okay.
And as I step out of the car, I'm just going to raise it.
Oh my god.
Phil will like cross her arms, her big beefy arms over her chest and kind of give you like a look. And Kevin is just going to start laughing, I think.
Quinn's gonna start walking over.
Yeah, you take it from here, big guy. I'll be right behind you.
Dorothy is probably going to stay in the car with. Do you guys think that we should stay in the car or?
What you mean with like Atlas or just?
Yeah, since it's like the proximity thing.
I think we're in public.
You think that's
I think
okay?
this will be fine.
There's always a lot of people at Good Luck Plaza because everyone stops here before they go.
Okay.
Another reason we wanted to do it was so that way.
Yeah, so as we're walking out, to make it less obvious that you're like kind of not a prisoner, but we're keeping tabs, I'm going to be like grabbing your arm, kind of like how like.
Which arm?
The broken one.
I feel like I'm walking my grandma into church.
Exactly. Yes. No. Exactly that.
So, Phil will gesture to you with like a stiff nod as you come up to her at the fountain. Kevin's gonna just kind of sit on the tiles of the fountain, and she's gonna stand there with her hands on her hips, tapping her foot.
And you guys are like behind him, right? You guys are there, right?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm next to you.
You're like, guys, you're there, right?
You guys didn't leave,
Right? I'm not gonna get the shit kicked out of me, right? With that, okay.
Yeah.
Hello. Wonderful seeing you again today.
What?
As the flag concluded, we come in peace and we want to ask a few things.
Oh, do you? Oh, that was Minnesota.
Yep.
Oh, do ya?
Imelda, what are you doing here?
Imelda, weird. Like what?
First and foremost, an apology, I'm assuming.
That's a good start.
Yeah, can he approach enough to apologize? Or
You did say
will
you'd
you
kill him,
murder
and we kind of want you to not do that.
She kind of snorts and growls a little bit, and then Kevin is going to reach out and touch her forearm, and she...
He doesn't have a gun anymore.
I don't think that would do a lot to her.
That's fair.
I like him. All right, fine.
And then he'll kind of like look back.
Yep, come on up.
Come on, Glow Boy.
I'll remove the hood or like the little tide.
We'll remove the shackles that are on his arms too.
Remove the hood.
I feel like I'm gonna be like, what's it? Where they take off their hood and they like decapitate them.
How's the arm?
Broken.
Good.
Nice.
Atlas, there's something you want to say to Philomena, right?
More specifically, Kevin.
And Kevin, yeah.
Oh God.
Gabby, what did you say?
Oh God, because you weren't saying anything. Like we're fucked. We're fucked.
I'm sorry for hurting someone, then losing consciousness, and also being mean to Kevin.
Oh my God.
The first two things I don't care that much about. Not really. The Kevin thing, now, I'm an impulsive woman, you could say.
Oh.
And there's just a couple of things that I find nigh unforgivable. And one is fucking with my man.
I'm not gonna fuck him. Sorry.
I don't think you're his style. And Kevin is like, oh my God, babe, I never thought about it. Trying to like think of his voice. God. Whew.
It's like Atlas said that and was like, oh shit, I'm gonna get hit later, aren't I? Sorry, I'll approach this seriously. Okay. Not gonna happen again.
Goddamn right. And Kevin stands up and he kind of like taps your shoulder and then gestures to walk with you a few steps away.
Okay.
And Phil is going to be like, and it's okay, and pull you away a little bit.
Okay.
I know this is going to be kind of a surprise, but I don't have a lot of friends, and I kind of thought that we were going to be, and so it sucked a lot.
Kevin, the shit I said to you was not intended to be personal. I want to kind of illustrate that hours before that, I was almost shot in the back of the head. And this entire time, all this has been going, I have been pretty much the co-pilot to my own self. So shit's pretty fucked, and no one in my group can kind of wrap their head around the idea that shit is fucked on my end. So, sorry you got in the middle of that. Also, don't leak my nudes.
Well, just a second. And he pulls out his phone. And then he puts it away. So you don't, he glances back over at you guys, and then he glances over at you, and then he kind of lowers his head and he covers half of his face so they can't see what he's saying. And he said,
I'm going to duck down because I feel like I'm a lot taller than him.
"Oh, you are. So you don't think I'm like weak or like..."
I don't think you're necessarily weak. I think you were just a hill standing next to Mount Everest.
Mount Everest is pretty awesome.
Sure, I feel like I would die if I tried to climb it, but I think you were one of the people that successfully climbed Mount Everest.
right.
Mount Everest is kind of hot this time of year.
I don't want you to threaten me again.
I won't threaten you again.
Phil really wants to kill you.
I can tell.
Okay. So you're not gonna threaten me again?
No. Yeah.
Like, we could probably help you, dude.
Seems like a long shot, but thanks.
Okay. Phil, we're fine, he says, and she just snarls again.
Oh,
Quentin was trying to be talking to her while they were talking, but
She was not gonna have it. She was gonna be watching
Yeah.
it like a
Nah,
fucking
she's like a
hawk.
retriever staring at me.
yeah, yeah.
So he shuffles back. I would apologize for linking this stuff, but I'm not really sorry. I feel like I
Water under a bridge.
Yeah.
used something.
Well, about
Just-
that. About
No more.
yeah, that's all settled over there. We will say it would be very nice if the security footage was not leaked.
Oh,
Did you already leak it?
not linked to. I didn't link it to everybody. No.
Who did you?
Like, well, I mean, did you leak it to? Did you leak it to? Authority.
Dude,
that-
Atlas is laughing.
I
Could you unsend it?
that's
Tristan,
not
what-
how any of that works. Oh God!
Who did you
normies.
send it to?
someone who can fuck us up.
Don't put
But
things
give
on
us
the
a
internet if
name,
you don't want people to
please.
see them.
We're talking about footage of you killing a man.
I'm.
Not your pee-pee.
So listen, a lot of my communication is kind of watched just in general from a friend of ours.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
What isn't?
Yeah.
Is there any way to say you fabricated that?
Yeah, but then that puts a target on our
Okay.
man here.
It's Photoshop.
Phil and that will grow like.
No,
her shoulders
Atlas
go
said the
back.
words, please.
What?
Not to get you all in trouble.
No, but
I
they
don't
will
care.
be.
You want to call my man a liar
No.
to save your asses?
All right, fair enough.
All right. Is there, you don't have to tell me what, but is there anything else that you have to hold against us that I have to be worried about?
Not my nudes. He deleted those.
Yeah, Atlas had me delete the dudes.
Okay. But that's it?
I have some other information on Quentin.
What you got?
Do you want me to?
Oh, feel free, right, Quentin?
Just not on everyone's Facebook.
No one uses Facebook, you fucking loser. Okay.
Is it
God damn it.
about my parents?
Yeah.
Go for it. Not to everyone, but you can say it here.
Okay. They're dead for starters.
Yep.
They were incredibly wealthy.
Yep. And uncaring and unloving people who wanted nothing but control.
Okay. Dude, I have a really good therapist that I could like really good. Like She's awesome. Okay. He picks up.
Quinn's just dead-eyed staring at him.
Yep. I have preliminary files on all of you, but I'm not gonna do anything with those.
All right.
Could I see my own file?
Maybe we'll get there.
Cool.
So we're good then, yes?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Wonderful. And then he's going to turn to Phil. About the thing we discussed earlier.
You don't have any shame. All right. Wow. I mean, I could just make you give me a question now.
Hold
We're
on.
not doing the whole blackmailing you thing.
Kevin said we're good.
What question?
I did
Quentin?
not.
So you want us to give you a question to not blackmail us?
No, I'm saying we should probably discuss this before you go all negotiator on my ass.
She wants us to give her a question.
Quentin, what did you set up?
Oh, you did it behind your team's back.
Oh, dude, you're in trouble. They don't like that.
That makes me want to trust you a lot, boy. Let me tell you.
Hey, Phil, what was the deal that Quentin made with you, if you don't mind?
I think it would make you trust him a bit more if he's the one who actually told you.
Sure. I proposed to Phil that she helps me change in exchange for a question.
One of our 2 questions.
Yep.
Quentin, don't you think that would have been a nice thing to run by the group before you did that?
My use of a question is a little bit better than Atlas's.
Yeah, but
Dog,
it's still,
when did I say I was going to use a question?
You already
use
did.
A question.
it's still ours to discuss.
But I'm using it
At least
to
we have one
change
more.
and improve.
Hey, remember when you were talking about people being really, really controlling and can't feel a damn thing?
Yep.
You're turning into your parents.
I want to know what Kevin's reaction to this is.
Kevin automatically starts backing up without even consciously realizing it.
Oh, I
He's
love
just,
him.
like shuffling back.
Quentin, his like, he gets like incredibly like as stiff as a board. And like you see on his face, anger and contemplation. And then he like, you can see him visibly like step by step, relaxes his head, relaxes his shoulders, relaxes his chest, relaxes, like just going down his body. If you knew anything about them, you would disagree.
Well, I know you're being an asshole right now.
You're right, James. I am. I am not a good person. I not normally am, and I find it incredibly difficult to think of others. And I went to try to improve myself so that wouldn't happen, and she died. So now I'm trying again, without someone.
You know, more power doesn't mean better person, right? Just throwing that out there as a possible mentee. That's going to be lesson number fucking 1.
So I do apologize for going behind the group's back and using a question to try to improve this shitty situation. But I'm not sorry.
Quentin, do you remember why we couldn't have Puck on our team?
Quit totally thrown off. What?
Because she was changed. If you were to have changed, you wouldn't have been on the same playing field as us.
But I think that's when the teams were decided, not now.
Yeah, but they can change the rules whenever they want. They make the rules, dude.
It's a risk I'm willing to take then. You all don't really care about me that much anyways. I don't know how much it would hurt you to lose me.
You're a fucking hypocrite.
I'll take it as such.
Yeah, he's walking back to the truck. Fuck this.
Quinn, I am sorry she's gone. I know you cared about her a lot. But you still have us. Try not to lose us. A deal's a deal. I'll walk back towards the truck.
Quentin doesn't know what to say to that.
I'm sorry, Quentin. And then I'm going to walk back as well.
You still want to be my pupil?
He kind of shakes it off. Yeah, I think I was told to change, and hunters are still humans. I'm assuming you're a little bit more?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Lesson number 1,
Oh,
and
fuck.
she punches you in the face.
Why? Why?
You know exactly why.
No.
You take a bashing.
Oh, that's it? No, she's so nice.
She pulled.
Why? He'll take it and kind of like look at her really confused and like a flash of anger and then...
Go back to your friends. And yeah, they're your fucking friends.
Kind of wiping the blood from his nose. Won't say anything. He'll turn around and walk back.
Yay, good job, guys. I'm so good.
Fuck. I think Quentin gets in the car and is silent for a second. Well, I guess if I'm coming clean, I may or may not have made the same deal to Elijah, but I wasn't going to take him up on it.
Are you fucking serious?
But I was planning on telling him no. I gave him 24 hours.
Yeah, he got 0 for 2.
I turn around in my chair. Thank you for being honest.
Thanks, Dad. What?
Oh, damn it.
What were you rolling?
I wanted to punch him in the face.
He saw Phil and took inspiration.
He has one black eye and then a second black eye.
I give you a little like,
I'll let you do it later.
You get the point. Anyway,
You guys want to see a show tonight?
well, we still have a few things on our list.
2 of the 3 big things were dealt with, being the blackmail and our other friend that we spoke to.
Yeah, we got to go find Jinx.
Yeah.
When you say her name, she appears in the seat. Who's in the back seat?
Me.
And me.
Yeah, between you guys.
No.
oh, holy
And
shit.
we're not going to...
Oh, Quentin. Oh, and she holds your face, and then she's gonna grab your nose that's bleeding and kind of wiggle it a bit. Oh no, what happened?
A lesson, you could say.
I
A
start
lesson.
driving away.
I'm covering my face so I don't laugh because I know I have a broken arm.
I'm going to be looking at James like, what the fuck do we do? What the fuck?
I don't know.
Lovely to see
You
you.
must have called my name. Is there something I can do to help you all?
Not a question. That pertains to the original. You've made this quite fun.
I do try.
Long ago, 2 manipulative, cold assholes fell in love. Then, one way or another, they die. But before they died, they told their rebellious son to not go somewhere. And as soon as they did, he got a letter and came. Coincidence? Seems to be a lot of those.
Who was the letter from? One way or another?
recognizing you now is odd. Seem to have the hardest time remembering until I got here. And here I am, thrust into a game beyond my control with things that sometimes shouldn't exist. And I see you again. Anyways, it was James that asked the question, or requested your name.
Is there something I can do to help? Do you have your questions ready for me? You have 2 of them, if I recall.
Yeah. Not yet.
Oh, well, then I will leave you.
Well, hang on. Yeah, you seem to have a past with Quentin over there. Somehow. Mm-hmm. And now everybody knows about it. Mm-hmm. And you're not actually our patron.
Who is your patron? I don't think you have one.
No, and I don't think you have a competitor.
I do.
Well, we fucking shot Clovis.
You did.
Now it's a we thing.
You work fast.
Oh, yes. As soon as one team is down, you get another, or you have no chance of winning the games. It's always good to have one unclaimed in reserve.
Well, is your reserve spot open?
Is that your question?
Nope. It seems your reserve spot is open. God damn. Thank you for asking. Anyway, we wouldn't mind being put on the waiting list, especially now that everyone assumes so.
Tell you what, why don't we all meet tonight and we can discuss it? Let's go to the Threads and see a show, and then afterwards we can talk about the qualifications of such a proposal.
All right. Yep.
Splendid. I will see you there. Do dress nicely. I
Of course.
hate to have dates that are dressed in your manner.
I gotta find something else to wear.
Is she gone?
She will blink out of it.
I don't think I didn't breathe that entire time.
Yeah, you were turning a little bit purple.
Yeah, I gotta find it.
Hey guys, I almost blew it. I'm just gonna.
Yep. Yup.
So don't say the name.
Yeah, don't say that.
Well, I guess we are going to the show, but I don't think I can join you guys afterwards.
Oh, yes. You were meeting with...
Stella.
Yes.
Okay, so do you all get ready?
Well, hang on.
Okay.
James says to the DM.
I'm a park because you can't text and drive.
Oh, good job.
Thank you.
Not
Take
if you're
note.
good at it.
Take notes, kids.
Yeah, freaking pleb. I can do it.
James drinks and drives. He will not text and drive.
That
Phones
kills
are the
people,
devil.
He
guys.
doesn't know how to text.
And I'll pull out my phone and text Girly. Situation handled. I'll get more books.
She just sends back a picture of herself grinning, like, hugely.
We need to meet. I have a maybe racist question. Send.
Is James saying this out loud as he types?
Yes.
You caveman.
Racist?
What question?
I reserve the right to punch you.
That's very fair.
James?
What?
Is it James, is this like human racist? Because by now you should know, like,
I was like, speciesist. Is,
Oh, that's speciesist asterisks.
why am I helping you?
It's
What's the question?
Specious, you asshole.
Speciesists asterisks.
You spelt that wrong.
I tried. Anyway, yeah, I'm still learning about the lingo for supernaturals.
Oh, that's very fair. But what are you talking about? What are you going to ask her?
Oh, okay. So, I was thinking, we fought a werewolf, right?
The juiced up one?
Yeah, cracked out of his mind. Right?
Yeah. I rode on his back.
Yeah.
On his back.
And
You rode him?
Girly,
On his back.
Girly could smell it on you.
She could.
What if we track it down?
The cracked out werewolf in the maze under
Yes.
the influence of Clown Mask.
Yes.
That sounds great, but I don't want to kill myself.
Okay, but hear me out.
Also, if we're going by dog logic, the scent, I'm assuming, is long gone.
I think that might be speciesist.
Yeah, what the
He's
fuck?
the one who
Species?
asked her to track.
Anyway.
Called her a dog.
No.
I said dog
hey,
logic. He's the dog.
Hey. Girly
dogging
is
him. Sorry.
Girly is specifically like really good at tracking. She did tell me that. Anyway, back to the original point. That's something we can locate potentially, and we can use that to figure out more about Clown Mask and what his fucking deal is. And we get maybe if he's still not cracked. I don't know how high. How
You
long
wanna
highs last?
Try to get an ally out of him?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe start a pack.
Does Girly already have one? I think I'm being specious now.
Yeah, what the fuck?
How many times is she going to punch you for this racistness or speciousness?
That's a great question. It depends on how many books I bring.
Okay. When are we meeting with her?
I don't know. After everything, it's not that important. I just wanted to,
Mention it.
yeah, so they can, be ready
So after the show then or before?
after the show.
Okay.
Speaking of getting ready, I think we all need to get some new clothes. I don't want to disappoint.
What? This isn't disappointing?
Yeah. Well, while we go get clothes, we can also get books for Girly.
Nice.
Okay, shopping montage.
Shopping montage.
Montage. There's a lot of like
Quentin does it. He already has his clothes.
looking in the mirrors and being like, yes, and grinning and thumbs up and no with your arms crossed.
To be, not to be. I'm sorry. Was that-
Oh, too soon.
He's just crying in the dressing room like every middle schooler.
All right, so you all look fucking fabulous, I assume.
Of course.
Fucking, when do I not?
Okay,
Often.
Quentin just goes home and changes because he only has fabulous.
that's true. All right, so you show up to the threads.
Yes.
Well, all right. What are the fits? What are the fits?
Fit check.
Dorothy is wearing a nice blue dress with a little jacket over it, and some heels to show off her calves. She is also holding on to her cane.
Can she walk in heels very well?
That's why she has the cane.
They are very small heels. They're like 2 inches.
Okay,
But they got like a chunky heel on
Yeah,
them.
they're
there we
chunky.
are.
Okay.
They're not stiletto.
No. If Gabby can't do it, Dorothy can't do it.
I'm going to let the fashionista go first.
Yeah, of course. So Quentin's wearing, he's wearing a nice brown overcoat, like the color of a book. And under him, he's wearing a white turtleneck. So like that white turtleneck goes all the way to the top. He's wearing a brown overcoat. He's wearing matching kind of tan pants with to fashion it a tan scarf that will match those pants. And then he's wearing some nice brown shoes that match the coat.
and he's bald,
And he is bald.
so it's shiny.
I forgot. Hey, viewers, I'm so sorry. I haven't been mentioning that Quentin's bald, so I'll just do it every episode from now on. At some point, I will mention that Quentin is bald.
I would also like to note that even when we're discussing this, when we're not recording, Tristan has to remind us that he is
Because
bald.
then the
Tristan's
looks on their
bald.
faces is so funny because
It will
I'm
be
not
at-
bald.
It will be. It will be at random. We'll just be discussing, and then Tristan's like, "By the way, guys,
I'm not bald. I'm bald.
I'm bald."
I'm bald.
It's important to note. Anyways, Nat,
Yeah, so Atlas is wearing black boots, black pants, a black button up with the sleeves rolled up because he's a slut, and then the scarf.
James is wearing a nice navy blue suit with a bolo tie, brown boots, and he's still got his guns tucked in his
Oh, he's packing?
belt. Yeah, he's well.
Concealed,
He's packing
not under
guns.
the belt.
Yeah, it's back in the
Okay.
sidearm.
So Jinx will meet you right outside. She's wearing this like red floor length gown with a slit that goes up the side that is like stitched with ribbon, kind of. It's very scandalous. And she kind of smirks at you all as you walk up. Well, shall we go inside?
After you.
She links her arm through Quentin with these like ice pick red satin heels.
Quentin's doing a show, and he'll present the arm, and then they'll walk in, hating every second of it internally.
Okay, so at the circus, there is a very different feel than before. Whereas before, it was mostly childlike wonder with some fun thread-like themes and overtones that were very vibrant. Now everything is quite dark and somber in its color palette. It is blue, it is purple, it is twilight kind of colors. And as the lights dim and music swells, you hear a creepy music box kind of theme. And you see, coming down from the top of the tent-like structure, there is a figure held in place by what looks thicker than threads, but thinner than rope. And then for a second, you have to blink and look because it's this silhouette in this bluish purple, and all you can see is this black silhouette. And when you blink, you notice that it is in pieces. It is a torso, it is legs, it is arms, and it is a head. And as the music increases and the crowd hushes in this kind of macabre fascination, you see the threads that are holding her together tighten and attach the body together. And then a head lolls to the side as long blonde hair kind of frame over a face with a willow-like body. And as the lights show up on her, you can see that her mouth has been stitched tightly shut. And her head snaps up like a puppet on a string. And she looks mournfully out at the audience. And it's Puck.
That's what I fucking thought. I was looking at you this entire time. Sorry to yell into the mic, but I was looking at you when you said there's a silhouette, and I was like, it's her dead broken body.
And that's where we're gonna end. Thank you for listening to Chance Die. A special thanks to my lovely husband, Mark, for all the composition of our music, his technical wizardry, and of course, for putting up with all of our shenanigans, especially me. Also, another thank you to Gabby, who plays Dorothy, for lending us her graphic design expertise. And naturally, a huge thank you to our audience. We would not be able to do this without all of you. So thank you for listening, and join us next time on Chance Die.